Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail. But Master Mask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared. Wait, is he really Master Mask? That's right, I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Master Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, huh? Wow, awesome. Hey, hold the phone. The guard in this photo. Is this you, Mr. Delight? Yeah, that's right. Nice trick if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out, even pearls could see through that in a heartbeat. Newspaper clipping updated in the court record. But as you might expect, Detective Admi found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Admi found the Master Mask disguise? That's interesting. Yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him. So that's it. That's when Admi got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume. That must have been really time consuming, huh? Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters. Blackmail letters? You got them starting when? Tell me more now! Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. Alright, so... He is Master Mask. He just didn't steal the urn. He is actually Master Mask. But Look At Me stole his costume, and then Look At Me also became Master Mask. And so now there's like multiple Master Masks doing different heists. This blackmail letter, is this the first one you got? No, of course not. But this is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Imanon heist. That first letter, it said, I know you did it. Yes, so someone found out about your true identity, just like that? Ah, it's not easy being a master thief, you know. I've got proof that it was you, so give up, it went on to say. So in the end I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a second, what do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me $10,000! That's... You got scammed. You got 10,000? You got scammed. No one said anything about me being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. Plans? What are these plans you're talking about? They were instructions on how to steal a crown or painting or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, even suggested training methods. So you mean that the one who planned the heists weren't you? No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person, incredibly detailed plans. So that's the CEO. It sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him. Alright. So Ron Delight was Master Mask after all, yes. But the CEO was blackmailing him because we got the CEO was blackmailing him. Look At Me found out about it. Killed the CEO of KB Security. Stole the heist plans from KB Security. Planning to take over the role of Master Mask. This is actually quite good. Like, it's completely ridiculous, but the story is actually quite good. Yeah, no, it's actually really good, the story. But someone else is behind the thefts, someone who planned them all out in detail. All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. Then I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Could you try not to look so gleeful about it? So you went after the sacred urn because of one of those plans too? Well, see, truth is, I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you've just told me the truth? Yes, but please don't tell Desi, okay? Ron's testimony added to the court record from the mask's second heist on, he was stealing as directed by blackmail letters. Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes, but please don't hurt me! Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course! I could never! I'm not lying! All I did was hide his body in the safe, why? But then, I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday. Why? Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right? I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight. No, he's not. He's an idiot. He's not clever. He's been blackmailed into being a thief. I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word. Also, there's no chains. Mystic Maya! Hey! Pearly, how... Pearly Ex Machina. Why would she come here? Why would she know we're here? She's just like... There's like a 9-year-old girl running around. It takes 2 hours by train to get from the city back to her hometown, so it's 4 hours there and back. She's just by herself with a giant urn. 4 hours there and back. And then she just comes straight to the prison. Because she knows where we are. Earlier I said the story was great. This is contrived as heck. I'm back! Yeah, I see that, Pearls. Why are you back? How are you back? What are you back? Hey Pearls! So what have you been up to this whole time? Yeah, exactly. The sacred urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Curane Village to have it examined. And what did you find out? Well, there's no need to worry, they said it's the real urn! Whew, that's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. These cute little pink splotches. They said that it's paint and that they were put on the urn recently. Come on. You need experts to tell you that? I could have told you that. Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? We've got to find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yes, Mr. Nick, we've got to find out how they got there. Okay, why? Can you not do that as well? Okay, we'll go find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me. Sacred urn refiled into the court record. Found in Atlee's office covered in pink splotches, but it's the genuine article. Alright, so I'm gonna confront... what's her name? Adrian Andrews with the urn. I wanna ask him about this, Kane's list. This list, we found it in the office of the CEO, Mr. Bullard. Hey, this is a list of all the things Master Mask stole. And that's the value of each item listed next to them. $100,000, $150,000. Are you sure that's the value of the stolen items? No, it's what he got in exchange. The numbers seem a little low to me. Even on the black market, the prices should be at least 3 times higher than that. I guess he knows about that stuff because he used to be a security guard. Okay, so that doesn't unlock anything. What the? Of all the... We found a folder with all of the heist plans. And somehow that is the least useful bit of evidence. Everything else gives us a lot of information. But like, the thing that actually has all the information gives us no information. We're going back. You know what? Let's go. Let's betray Ron. I suspect that she's the one who blackmailed him. No, it's the CEO who blackmailed him. I suspect she knows. I suspect she's in on it. Oh, she just doesn't respond. She just does not respond at all. Office. Exhibition hall. Basement warehouse. Alright, now we... Oh, October 13, Lordly Taylor basement warehouse. Oh, Pearl, how nice to see you. Hello there. I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined. Oh, I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here. Nick, let's look around one more time. Alright, so we need to look for evidence again. Let's go ahead and examine this box. There's something about it that's been bothering me. That's the box that the sacred urn was in. It looks like there's some pink paint on it too. And it's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn. I think I know how the paint got on it now. Alright, let's investigate again, Nick. Urn box added to the court record. Why was this box never in the court record before? I mean, I get it. The guy who wrote the story, maybe they playtested it and they realized that the story didn't make sense, or rather that the players would get really confused just because they didn't write the story this way, and so they had to take it out until later. But it really, like, it's the most suspicious thing. The urn box has paint on it and it's just lying there open on the ground, and somehow all the characters completely ignore it until the second day. Why would that make sense? Nothing new there. It looks to me like it's been dry for several days. There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly and is shockingly pink. Mr. Nick, could it be that this odd shape is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Ah! That's the box the sacred urn was in. If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well. Wow, you're right! Look, it matches! That was so obvious on the first day, and they just completely ignored it until now because story. What is it, Mr. Nick? This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. Alright, Phoenix. Paint marks added to the court record. I think it's all starting to become clear. We are that much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn. Alright. I'm gonna save here, and then we're gonna unlock Adrian's secrets. Sacred urn. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. The urn that was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake. A fake? You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so what's the most obvious explanation? Do you have any evidence the urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine? Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to Curain Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how. What she discovered was that the urn had been broken. Again! Did you say again? Yes, it was broken once a year ago. And now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too. Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know? It's the paint. It's the paint. It's the... Do I say this paint? Or do I say this paint? Wait a minute. Which paint do I point to? Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know? It's the same one, right? I just presented it again. No, it's not. Oh god. Okay, why was it broken recently? Oh, it's the older photo. I showed the older photo because it looks different. I thought it was the paint. This poster, it was made recently, right? Poster? Ah! The poster for the exhibit. At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said I am on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says Amy. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed. Ah! I am. What does that even mean? What does it even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken. That was a mistake. Now tell the truth. Ah! Wait. 4? Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Huh? Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. It looks like she's not going to give up that last psyche lock so easily. Do you have any proof that the urn was broken here at Lord Lee Taylor? Paint? Well, Miss Andrews, what is this supposed to mean? There is pink paint all over this urn. And there is pink paint all over the floor and walls of this basement warehouse. In other words, this urn was broken here. You can't weasel out of this one, Miss Andrews. But... uh-oh. She's trying to make her escape. But you can get pink paint anywhere. Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure. Well, there is in my room. Liar! Anyway, the paint on the urn and the paint on the floor, there's no proof that it's the same paint. Come on, this is getting ridiculous. The proof linking the paint on the urn to the paint on the floor is the paint on the box. This is stupid. This box, the urn was stored in this, right? Yes, that's right. Well, there's pink paint on this box as well. Ah! I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less. The paint on the floor has an odd-shaped imprint in it, doesn't it? Yes. If you put this box into the impression in the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urn was broken. Your name does you justice, Mr. Wright. Alright, great. You know, when you argue with people in the real world, no one is ever this logical. This this game gives you the wrong impression of human nature. In the real world, people just throw out the most nonsense things, and no amount of evidence or logic will actually change their minds. Like this series of games makes humanity seem much better than it actually is. Humanity is not this good. Humanity is not this intelligent or rational. Humans are just like complete idiots and not logical in any way. This is not how humans are. Let's continue. I'm so sorry. I was the one who broke the urn. Boy, does that make me feel like some sort of evil schoolteacher. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand, is it, Pearly? No, not at all. I know just how she feels. It happened about 2 weeks ago. Just after the poster photo was taken on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. When I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance. The box I was carrying crashed to the ground. Crash! I heard a terrible noise and I thought my heart was going to stop. Okay, first of all, if you're transporting fragile items in a box, you would stuff the box with those like polystyrene peanut things, like those polystyrene bits that would like cushion the box, or you like stuff it with like newspaper or something, crumpled newspaper, to prevent exactly this from happening. So again, like this is not something that would happen in the real world. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box and that's when it happened. You're so bad. Why would you open the lid? The broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. You're so bad. This would never happen. This would never happen in the real world. Humans are not like this in the real world. Boxes with urns in them are also not like this in the real world. I was in shock and let out a huge scream. I can totally see how that could have happened. You're an idiot, Maya. You're an absolute idiot. Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. There's no way that happens in the real world. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Curain Village. So I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's when the I am got changed into Amy. Well, I mean, she fixed it. She fixed it better than Pearl did. I didn't know how it was originally written. But any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Amy. Any sane person, really? Oh, Pearls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom and no one had seen it since then. Well, you know, I mean, look, Adrian did a better job repairing it than Pearls did, so it's an improvement. Sacred urn updated in the court record. But there's something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains. Oh, it happened... Wait a minute. No, she's right. No. The paint stains was underneath the Amy statue. The Amy statue was on top of the paint stains. Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it. Yeah. The Amy face statue. Aha! The first time that we came down here, It was on the night that the sacred urn was stolen. But Mr. Nick, there were no paint marks on the wall or floor of the warehouse when we were here. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. And I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I see, now it does make perfect sense. But there's still one thing I find strange. What is it, Pearl? The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. At that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible. She's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews? Huh? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again? Well then, who was it? Who would have done it and why? Look at me. On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. Then the next day it was moved. But why? Carried into the basement warehouse the day of the crime, moved again that night. It looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case. Why? Why do you think so, Dick? Because that night, the real thief Ron DeLight was at KB Security. So then why did another Master Mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact. One undeniable fact? The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but it looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. There's multiple Master Masks. Alright, let's save the game, take a break.